Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. Today we are going to make a video on Ketu Maharaj transiting in the Nakshatra of Uttar Phalguni. Very interesting things, so many things happening on world level. But how this will impact personally you, because mundane astrologer telling up everything about the world, but nobody is telling about yourself. And Ketu transit in Pur Phalguni, how important this is. Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash.
Namaskar, Rohitji. Ram Ram. Welcome everyone and Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman. Now, Rohitji, uh, while making this, it is a little bit of challenging only when Ketu is transiting to Purva Phalguni. It's not that easy, but I will explain you step by step because once we know the backstory, we will understand a lot of things related to Ketu and Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. So now here it starts from the tale of Ma Sati sacrifice. Ma Sati was Ma Parvati's earlier version. She was the earlier incarnation of Ma Parvati, and she was the one, who did Sati. That means who jumped in the fire to give her life. Now, in the sacred verses of Shiva Purana, a powerful tale of one love, pride, fury, and divine justice. Now, Sati is the beloved daughter of Daksha Prajapati and granddaughter of Lord Brahma. He had chosen to marry Lord Shiva, the aesthetic of Mount Kailash. While his heart overflowed with devotion, Daksha's pride and prejudice would not allow him to accept Shiva, who adorned serpents instead of jewels, ashes instead of perfume, and cremation grounds instead of palaces. Lord Shiva is the Triloki, like everything, all the three worlds belong to him. But over all the luxuries of life, he chose the worst places, the most difficult creatures. And according to the marriage, Rohitji, when he came in the marriage, everyone got scared because in this marriage, all the pretas, the bhuta, the aghoris were dancing as baratis. But yeah, blinded by ego, Daksha organized a grand yagya, that is a sacrificial fire ritual, inviting all celestial beings, sages, kings, noblemen, everyone. But he deliberately excluded Lord Shiva and Sati to publicly insult them that I am not, he was not happy that my daughter married like such a ghori. A ghori means someone who has given up the whole, everything in this universe he has given up, no luxury. It's a ghori. In that time, when Sati Mata learned about this, she was overcome with sorrow and righteous anger. Despite Shiva's warning, he said, "No, don't go. If they have not invited, we should not go." She said, "No, I will be attending. I should attend. We should attend." Hoping that perhaps her father would see reason. Father must have forgot. But Daksha scorn was unforgiving. He insulted Shiva with venomous words in front of all assembled gods. Sati, burning with grief and humiliation, invoked her yogic fire and self-immolated, declaring she could no longer bear the body that was born of his father Daksha. So very, very big sacrifice Ma Sati gave. When the news of Ma Sati reached, when the news of Sati's death reached Lord Shiva, Shiva's grief turned into thunderous fury. In uncontrollable rage, he plucked a lock of his matted hair and hurled it to the ground. From this furious energy arose a terrifying being called Virabhadra, a colossal deity with darkness of storm clouds, three blazing eyes, and fiery hair. Adorned with garland of skulls and armed with fierce weapons, Virabhadra was born to avenge Sati's honor. Now, the cosmic disruption of this yagya. When Virabhadra stormed into the yagya which Shiva's Ganas attended, causing the havoc among the gods. And Shiva's Ganas means all the, all the people who, like the Pretas, the Aghoris, all these people. Number one thing he did, Virabhadra, he beheaded Daksha. That means father of Sati. He beheaded him, severing the pride of ego in one clean stroke. Like one shot, his head was off. Now, in all of this, there was a deity, and that deity is called Bhaga. Now, the whole reason of telling this story is because of this deity Bhaga. Now, Bhaga is a solar deity. That means he's born one of Adityas, like from he's one of the Adityas, born from Ma Aditi. And he's the solar deity of fortune and enjoyment. He Virabhadra blinded Bhaga. That means he said that, is this enjoyment, is this fortune that is happening here? He blinded because his real eyes could not see what is happening, what bad things or what egoistic things were happening. So he blinded him. Like both the eyes of Bhaga were gone. And he broke the teeth of Pusha, another Aditya who supported Daksha's arrogance. Even mighty Indra was subdued, and the fire of the Yajna itself was desecrated. So it was very, very bad time for that. All the attendees were in very, very difficult situation. Everyone was scared what the hell is happening. Now the act symbolized the annihilation of worldly pride, false rituals, and those who dishonor dharma. Now understand, this word bhaga came. Now we will go into that scenario. Now Bhaga, after the Yajna was destroyed, the gods sought forgiveness, but Bhaga, now blind, wandered in darkness, robbed of his ability to see and distribute enjoyment. He had once been the divine giver of pleasures, wealth, and material joy, but now his karmic vision was lost, Rohitji. On the advice of Brihaspati, that is Jupiter, the guru of gods, Bhaga journeyed to the Jyotirvana, a sacred grove of Lord Shiva on the southern banks of Tam, Tampraparni river. It is what today is a part of Tamil Nadu, Rohitji. This is there, still there, that place where Bhaga did the penance. There, in the luminous energy of Jyotirlinga, Bhaga performed intense tapasya. His body weakened, but his devotion only deepened. Shiva, pleased by Bhaga's humility and sincere repentance, restored his vision, blessing him with divine insight rather than mere physical sight. So remember, he did not get the eyesight back, he got his sixth sense back. That okay, now he can see without even looking. That kind of power he got. Now, why all this is important? When we look at the symbolism and legacy of this whole scenario, Virabhadra appearance in the manifestation of divine justice, destroying false pride and corrupted ritualism. So those who think that we are doing all the bad things and then we will do one yagya and everything will become okay. So this is just like you're I don't know, you're cheating yourself. That's the number one thing. Second, Bhaga's blinding show how material pleasures, when divorced from dharma, are meaningless. Your material pleasures without, righteousness is zero. And third, his penance, regained sight, highlight how true vision comes from, not from the eyes, but through surrender and grace. So sometimes when we are in difficult times, it's not end of the story. It is that the right time is not here, and the penance, the kind of paschatap, the kind of penance we need to do, the kind of sacrifice we need to do is still less. We need to go more deeper into it. That's what it means. Still, what does all this mean, Rohitji? Now, the deity of Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra, where Ketu is going, the god of fortune and material bliss, is Bhaga, one of the 12 Adityas, solar deities. Now, Bhaga actually governs love, wealth, and passion, sensual enjoyment, and fair sharing. He distributes prosperity and is associated with weddings, unions, and romance. This is what it is. Now, Ketu, on the other hand, there is another story, Rohitji, here, layer, story into story. Now, blinded Bhaga meets headless Ketu. Once upon a celestial time, Ketu wandered headless, body glowing with spiritual tapasya, but lost in direction. He wandered through galaxies, repenting for austeric decade, Asuric decade that he was. He once embodied during the Samudra Manthan. What happened, Rohichi? As fate would have it, entered into the realms of Adityas. When he came into this nakshatra and came upon a Bhaga, now blinded, unable to see the glory of material world he once distributed. Bhaga did not have any, he cannot see anything. Bhaga asked, "Who are you? I sense a presence, but I cannot see you." Ketu replied, "I am the remnant of ego, once desired Amrit. Now I seek freedom from all desire." Such a big, in Sanskrit, in Sanskrit and Hindi, it looks very nice. It really means that once I desired a private jet in a simple way, but now I just desire freedom. I just desire, happiness. Bhaga, feeling the heat of Ketu's tapas, replied, "Then we are opposites. I offer enjoyment, but you burn through it." Ketu asked, "If you have no sight, how do you offer pleasure?" Bhaga smiled. "Now I offer only that which is deserved by karma. My blindness is a gift. I give, but without judgment. I don't see and give now, because it happened now with Daksha Prajapati, when he saw everything happening in front of him, but he never intervened into it. So that means now he says, I cannot see, but I know what karma. I just understand the karma and I give according to the karma. This is what is exactly non-biasedness that has happened with Lord Bhaga in this situation. And in that moment, Ketu and Bhaga realized their balance. The one removes attachment, the other distributes pleasures that must be let go. There is one very good saint, Rohitji, or maybe we can call spiritual philosopher, Osho. He says, I am a rich man's guru. He says, for all the poor people, all these pandits, pujaris, everyone is sitting. I am the rich man's guru, because I want people to come after they have gained everything in their life, to understand where they are lacking spiritual bliss. And I will take them into sannyasa, spiritual bliss. And exactly this is that story where it says that the other distribute pleasures that must be let go. And that means Bhaga distributes pleasure that must be let go. On the other hand, Ketu removes attachment. When we go into Ketu moving into Bhaga's Nakshatra, it often denies pleasure, breaks marriages, or triggers a deep reevaluation of desires. It can cause sudden loss of enjoyment, separation in love or marriage, spiritual awakening through heartbreak. But if navigated well, it leads to inner fulfillment beyond sensual joy, artistic purity. That means cutting ego from art. Your We think that we are doing everything. There is someone in this universe who's managing everything. So that kind of artistic purity, that I am not the artist. The artist is someone much bigger than me, who's playing. I am playing on his fingers. And a refined understanding of love as divine surrender, not as ego or I am loving, so I am giving. You are no one. No one is there in this world to give anything to anyone. It is all about all surrender. We are all here for each other. The owner of the Tesla making Tesla, if no one buys it, then what is the use of this person, right? So we are here, love for each other, work for each other. Everyone is dependent on each other in this whole life. Now, Rohitji, here, when we talk about Bhaga, it is god of fortune of sensual pleasures, and Ketu, moksha karka, detachment from pleasures. So this is very opposite of what Bhaga is, what Ketu is. Bhaga distributes wealth, love, and marital joy, and Ketu cuts off material attachment. Bhaga represents eyes, sight towards beauty, and represents the headless tail, sightless insight. It's very important, Rohitji, to understand this. Astrology people are doing on over the surface. If they do something with meaning, it people don't even have to wait for their prediction. They will know that how it's going to affect them. Here, it governs Purva Phalguni. That means union and enjoyment nakshatra. And it often disturbs Purva Phalguni when transiting. It can cause spiritual awakening through broken attachments. It is about married life, marital bed, and enjoyment. I could have written other word for marital bed, but think about it. Here it talks about separation, reunification, and sudden karmic breaks. This is how the period is. It will be a challenging period, but there is, in every challenge there is a learning, and there are positive impacts of Ketu entering this, and there are challenges. So I'm going to address both, Rohiji, so that everyone can come across this and understand this better. Do you want to say something about this Bhaga and Ketu story, Rohiji, that you?
This is very new insight for me. I never heard these stories, this type of
Shiv
combination.
Puran, Rohiji, Shiv Puran. Oh, Shiv Puran, everything is there. Yeah, tell me.
And how you connected Bhaga with Lord Shiva, and then how you connected Bhaga with Ketu. And now I am, after learning all these things, after seeing all these things, I'm very curious to see how you collaborate all these things together in a prediction, because every sign is different. Every sign is meeting Ketu in a different house, not in the same house.
And
So
in
this
a
is very interesting.
different, completely different mindset. It's not even
Different mind.
different house,
And
different
some
mindset.
people and some people have return of Ketu. So more important for them than what is this?
Like right now,
So
I am Leo ascendant. My Ketu is in my first house. So for me, it is a complete different, like
oh yes.
destiny point altogether. For you, Capricorn ascendant, it is a very different
Eighth
point
house.
altogether. Eighth house.
It,
So big transformations coming your way. Problems sometimes in this situation, a lot of detachment happens. Like it is, and Roji, it's not like this. When you see Ketu in the nakshatra of Bhaga in any birth chart, Purva, Phalguni, anywhere, you will see that there is challenges in their life in terms of love life. Those people who have this, they can immediately confirm, yes, yes, it's true. That's how it happens. Anyways, moving forward, Rohitji, from 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and lovely astrology classes, advanced astrology, and this is just a trailer that you see there. Such stories, such depth we discuss there, because I don't know if pick up astrologers and ask them, tell me something from the Puranas, from this story, that story, how this became exalted, how this became debilitated. I don't think so. Everyone knows it. So when you want to learn something, go to the pure depth of learning. Predictions, making prediction is, there are two ways to it. Number one, intuition. Some people are intuitive, they can make predictions, and some people can do this on the basis of research. Okay, Rohiji, moving here. When Ketu transit into Purva Phalguni Nakshatra for Aries Ascendant, this transit is happening from 20th of July 2025 till March of 28th, 2026. Those people who have just jumped to the Aries Ascendant sign, go in the beginning, learn the story, then only you will understand how it is, how impactful it is this for you. Now, Ketu is in the fifth house of, love, relationship, romance, and this is the most critical placement of Ketu. Now, when we see the positives of this time, it will increase your spiritual insight into a lot of creative expression, especially through music, art, writing, spiritual songs, and whatnot. On the other hand, positive side, it will help you disconnect from ego driven or love and romantic drama. That means, lot of people going to and fro in love, etc., will end it. And you will invite purity in affection. You will say that, okay, this is all false, I don't want to be into this. This is a reality check kind of a place for your love and romantic life. One great thing happens here, because this is the time that it is all imagination, it is all manifestation, it is all illusion, it is all energy, only energy, because Bhaga also does not have eyes. It is a very great time from mantra siddhi. Fifth house is the house of mantra siddhi, and depending on your placement of planets and whatnot, and whatever, who is your ishtadev and whatnot, this is an absolute wonderful time to really ask for, I can say, penance. Do a penance where you can really achieve something that your eyes cannot see, and that is spiritual education. That is third eye, or we can say intuition. This is that exact beautiful time to make sure that you can do that. On the other hand, fifth house is the house of love, romance, children, education. In education also, there can be a little bit of feeling of a lot of detachment in education. So that's also why you have to be very careful. Those who are giving exams, etc., and going to Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, they need to do proper remedies depending on your birth chart to make sure that everything is in place, because it's a very long transit, 20th of July till March of 2026. And fifth house is the primary house of education, of creativity, of learning, of skill development, of happiness. Unconditional love is what is seen from the fifth house. Now, when it comes to stock and share market, this is also the house related to that. Now, when we talk about, emotional breakups and this, that, because that is the essence of Bhaga, the Lord Bhaga, who's the Nakshatra Lord here. Nakshatra Lord is Venus. The deity of this Nakshatra is one of the Adityas, Bhaga. Bhaga means Bhagya, destiny. This is the time those people who are in stock and share market, sometimes there is lot of mental restlessness that can come, and there is possibility of major losses also. And sorry for saying this, but those who are going through Ketu Mahadasha may feel this, so I suggest that not to put take big risks during this time from 20th of July till March 28, 2026. Absolute, not fear, no fear, not promoting fear, but just telling you where you need to be careful, because it is Ketu, and Ketu is the planet of detachment. Sometimes detachment in romantic relationships, possible breakups, or even emotional withdrawal, that finally you don't love, the love has ended, it has faded off, can happen. Work on it on a spiritual level. Try to be involved in spiritual practices together, that will help you if you need something. When we talk about difficulties with children or feeling misunderstood by them, that okay, they feel that we are not paying any attention on them, or in other vice versa, it may feel that children may feel that you are completely ignoring them. That is what happens when Ketu enters into this Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. On the other part, mental restlessness or creative blocks that lead to frustration if not spiritually redirected. So it is an important time. And spiritually does not mean that you have to now sit in the morning and start chanting Ram Ram Ram, or do your prayers. No, that is not spirituality. That is your religious behavior. But spirituality means actually really trying to be righteous, actually taking dharma in your own hands and being righteous in every action. Fifth house is the house of dharma. If you look, first house dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, fifth house, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This fifth house is the house of dharma, and Ketu is the most ethical, dharma oriented, straightforward person. So this is the time to take dharma into your hand. Don't do any cheating. Don't do any out of marriage, out of love life. If there is something, pure creative communication will help you, you know solve this problem during this time. That is how this time is. I'm sorry, there is a little bit of challenge, but it is my duty to tell you what you are going through. All the best, guys. Do subscribe. And Mars and Ketu video is coming next, because they are going to be in close conjunction this month, so you have to be careful as well. So that is coming. For Taurus ascendant people, Rohiji, here, fourth house is where Ketu is transiting into Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. Now, Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, those who have just jumped on Taurus ascendant, missing, they just see the count, their timestamp, and they have come here. Please go in the beginning and see the whole story of Lord Shiva, Lord Bhaga, Ketu, what happened. That will give you more idea about how this transit is going to be in every aspect of your life related to the fourth house. That is your home, your comforts, your mother, your family, your roots, your real estate, your vehicles, and so many things. Now, here it will create space in your house. It can be, now this is the time that it can create spaces for spiritual peace, like doing homam, doing some new installation of mandir, installation of some religious place for you to worship, for meditation room. That kind of stuff is what can be happening. Sorry. Also, because Ketu is the planet of isolation, it in the fourth house in this nakshatra, especially when it is complete darkness there can be possibility that Ketu takes you towards to move to a quieter, more spiritually aligned environment, rather than very over the top, you know craziness in the house. Because disinterest in luxury leads to inner detachment and emotional maturity. That is good, but the world is working in a very different way. We all require luxury right now. We need iPhones, we need good cars, we need good, what everything good around us. So this time you will feel disinterested in luxury, but it will be difficult time, because there are challenging situations also here. Number one challenge is the emotional coldness or distance from mother or family traditions. You may be, on the other hand, you will be spiritually very very awakened, but on the other hand, you don't want to follow any rituals or anything. You will be very much happy in your own life, that okay, this gives me inner peace, like silence give me inner peace. That is the kind of behavior that you, and especially those who are going through Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, you will see that absolutely how powerful this transit is going to be for you. When sometimes, even the world comes into your feet in this period when Ketu is in Purva Phalguni, the lack of satisfaction from home or material comfort actually bother you a lot, and that is the major problem during this time. So I would suggest that this is a time not to expect too much from home and environment around it. It is more you will be giving sacrifice, penance from your side, rather you receiving anything. When we also talk about domestic instability or trouble with real estate, sometimes vehicle or property issues, in this time, sorry to say, but this is the truth, there is possibility that some people who are going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, they are fighting for their real estate. Sometimes they lose the real estate, and they realize that, it was maybe you will realize that it was not in your fortune, not in your destiny to achieve it. That kind of things also happen here. Very careful when we are driving any vehicles, because suddenly joy, the Nakshatra Purva Phalguni is all about joy and giving and happiness, and Ketu is all about detachment, etc. It can create sudden impactful situations which can create accidents, or sometimes daydreaming driving. For that, we'll be careful. Between July 20th and March 20th, if you're making any real estate or vehicle purchases, you have to be seeing your Mahadasha Antardasha, so that Ketu is not active that time. Otherwise, there will be issues around it. Sorry, all the best, guys. Do a lot of remedies related to Ketu, worship Lord Ganesha, do help, dogs, cats, give them some food, go to animal shelters, try to do meditation, try to do absolute. Ketu is silence, Rahu is loudness. Ketu is silence. Try to be in silent position, trying to understand, navigate your life, and more than material, go into spiritual blessings also this time. All the best, guys. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and the course is also here, so you can discuss with Samantha about that also. Now, Gemini ascendant. When we talk about Gemini here, this is the third house where Ketu will be in the third house of your siblings, of your courage, of your action, of your skills, of your short distance travel, and so many things. Now, here, this is the major house that we discussed. The third house is the house of communication. It enhances spiritual communication and psychic journaling or writing. Those who are in any field related to research, all this occult sciences, anything to do in writing, creativity, journalism, anything to do in films, television, act, very, very amazing breakthrough time for you. It may indicate detachment from unhealthy peers, groups, gossip circles. You will come out of this maturity. If you're in Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, this is the time of maturity for you. In this 1 year, you will come out of all the stupid things around you, like your neighbors gossiping, this, that. You will, in fact, this is the time you will talk about skill development. In fact, third house is the house of courage, and Ketu is a malefic planet. When it comes to Upchaya house, like third house, it becomes very, very extremely powerful. It improves your courage. Even in mystical, hidden aspects, topics like Tantra, occult, historic knowledge, Ketu is related to thinking. That word, thinking out of the box. Ketu is that. When everyone's, what you say, everyone's imagination ends, Ketu comes in. That's how powerful Ketu is. It can make things. The three nakshatras of Ketu, Magha nakshatra, Mula nakshatra, Ashwini nakshatra, are all the nakshatras that billionaires have. Just imagine. Why? Because Ketu is the planet. It says, if you spiritually invoke me, I will give you every material success. But you cannot run away from spiritual. That means righteousness, dharma. Okay. Now, third house is also the house of Kama. Kama means desire. This is the time that lot of people who desire very, very big dreams, very, very big ideas, that we will do this, that, you may have to revisit that, because sudden loss of motivation for professional networking, marketing. If you have done a startup, you may feel that, okay, you know what, I don't have the power to do this, I don't want to do this. That kind of feelings can come because it's a detached planet, Ketu. Sometimes there is problem with younger siblings, because this is the house of younger siblings, and Ketu represents, like, Kujavat Ketu is what Parashara writes in Parashara Hora Shastra. Kujavat Ketu means Ketu and Kuja are same. Now this is related to brothers or siblings. Third house, detachment from siblings can happen, and detachment can happen over material comfort. Sometimes in that area it happens that, okay, you got this money, I got this money. In that area, you get blind, and there can be fights. In some cases, if if the sibling is supposed to be going through a marriage or an engagement, there also they face problem because of your Ketu in this placement. It is called interdependence of planets for your relatives. That also happens. It is also time when Ketu is not able to decide that what it wants, because third house is an Upchaya house. On one part he wants to take action, on other parts he wants to remain detached. The principle of this nakshatra is to give luxury. The principle of Ketu is not to give luxury. The principle of Ketu is to give happiness after spiritual accumulation of spiritual wealth. After that, it gives power. So this is the time that you may struggle to assert or express desires clearly in personal or work life, and there may be a lot of commitments that you do, you'll have to take it back. So it is better to be patient, silent as much as possible. If 10 people are talking and they say, okay, we need to do this, you don't jump in saying, oh, I will take care of this. Shant. If you that they tell you that do this, then only take action. Otherwise, just relax, because you will get into trouble. You will not be able to complete it. Now, Ketu is the planet which can also trigger a little bit of challenges when it is short distance travel. If you're doing any travel, make sure a pilgrimage, a site of temple, etc., is in your itinerary, so that Ketu is satisfied that, okay, you know what, this person's, every place in this world, wherever you go, there will be a place of religious belief and religious faith in that place. A temple, a mosque, a church, a Jamaat Khana, so many places. Anything would be there. A monastery, visit that. Try to be spiritually aligned with Ketu's energy here. All the best, guys. I know not a very great transit, but this is my job to tell you to be careful as well. It's not any fear mongering here that, okay, fear, give fear so that people come. I don't even want anyone to come. Just saying that it is an important time for you to navigate your life in this way if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha. All the best. And there's a link in the description for if you want any personal reading. And those who are watching this video for the first time, do subscribe, because a lot of stories we say go in the beginning and see. And 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology advanced classes, 7 weeks of classes, 14 astrology classes, very, very long ones. So make sure that you are aligned and you talk to Samantha and we can join. Link is in the bio, as my team said to tell you guys. Cancer ascendant. Now Ketu is transiting into Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra, especially in the second house for you. Now this nakshatra is the nakshatra that is ruled by Lord Bhaga, and Venus is the planetary lord of this nakshatra. Now Venus and Ketu are very good aligned, but Bhaga and Ketu are not that greatly aligned because Bhaga has his own challenges and Ketu has his own challenges. Now here what happens? Second house is the house that is related to your status, your wealth, the wealth accumulated, the fixed assets you have, your family on a larger level, and the things that you receive from your family. Not inheritance, I'm saying. The values that you receive from your family is seen from the second house. Here, if you see the positive side, it will help you, move towards lot of minimalism, detachment from material attachments. Sometimes your speech becomes so spiritual, poetic, and mystical healing, like that healing you have, that you'll be able to help other people by just speaking to them. On one other side, financial gains through hidden or unconventional sources like spiritual teaching or inheritance is also possible. Somehow this is not a very good news when it comes to inheritance, because 8th house has Rahu. Sometimes inheritance comes in very, very painful manner. So I wish that that kind of inheritance does not come to you. Now, what happens here? You have to understand the quality of the second house. Second house is a Maraka house. Maraka means it is a house that can also give us terminal or critical illnesses. Now, here when Ketu comes into this nakshatra of Venus, and Venus being the lord of the 11th house and the 4th house, for women, extremely careful when it comes to the breast area, when it comes to the chest area or the lungs. For male, it has to be heart and legs. These are the two places where you have to be careful. Since second house is where it is coming, and this is the house related to money, wealth, you will be in this time lot completely detached from that area of your life. Bhaga wants to give you everything. You will see that there are opportunities where you are supposed to get, but you will not take those opportunities, because the challenging part of Ketu is that sometimes we are in so much of detached behavior that financial instability happens due to lack of attention or clarity. We are not in that moment right now. We are in illusion. We are in different thoughts. We don't know that there was an opportunity right now. I could have made out of something out of it. In some cases, many times, Ketu is a planet that can create detachment in family also, because second house is family. So miscommunication in family dynamics or emotional withdrawal from family responsibilities can happen. You may want to just run away, say, I don't care, like I don't want to do it. It is you suffer your fate. That is the kind of behavior happens. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, then it is going to be intense. In this time, it is an important time for not non-commitment. The more you do commitment, the more it is going to be challenging for you, because speech may become confusing or dry. There will be no substance in your speech. If there is spiritual guidance, healing, then that is another situation. But when there is any material commitment, this is not the time that you'll be able to fulfill it. I have seen with Ketu in the second house, I have one client who's cancer ascendant, Ketu in the second house. They're people's pleaser. They want to always make sure that they get external validation. This time is exactly that time that you may want external validation, that people should think that, oh, this person is this person is that, this person has no responsibility, this person has this. So for that, you may sacrifice your happiness also. I suggest not to do that. That is my suggestion for you guys. It is more take practical. Ketu is related to dharma, the element of dharma. In this period, if you want to navigate this very nicely, take righteous decision. Keep yourself in the place of other person and take a decision, not in your ego, in humbleness. In the beginning, I have told the story. If you listen to that, you will exactly get the point that what is going to happen on the area related to your family, wealth accumulation, bank balance. Everything can get disturbed if you play with this energy. So try to be careful. All the best, guys. I know not a very, very great time, but still there are opportunities in every difficult times. So make sure the opportunity is more related to, finally giving up on all these material attachments and trying to move into more and more spiritual advancement. Material material things are required, but does not require greed or does not require any kind of over dependence on it. That is what it has been trying to teach us. All the best, guys. Do subscribe and watch the beginning story, and there is a link in the description for readings. All the best. For Leo ascendant Rohiji, here Ketu is in the first house of Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. First house of Leo in the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni. It will transfer from 20th of July till 28th of March 2026. Now, since it is your ascendant, so every area of your life can get afflicted. I'm seeing why my things are changing for my life also. Now, this is a very powerful time for spiritual rebirth and detachment from ego identity. Very, very extremely powerful time. Ketu can completely put you on the ground and say that you are of no use. That's how Ketu is. So rather than Ketu doing it, you do it yourself. That okay, I am going to come down. Those who your aura becomes very mysterious or magnetic to spiritually minded people with spiritual awareness will start connecting with you on a very deeper level. That is a very, very beautiful aspect of Ketu in this nakshatra. Now, it also increases the ability to let go of image based attachments and live authentically. The dream world that we live into, that, okay, I am this designation, I am this powerful, I am this. My wife, that day, she screwed my happiness. I told her I have 63,000 subscribers. She said, 1 minute it will take for all the subscribers to go away. And I'm like, yes, right. You're saying that you don't have control over it. Why the hell I'm saying all this? So I realize I'm a like in that way, I'm very honest. If I am a bad person, I'm a bad person. So there I was bad. Now I understand that, nahi bhai, nothing. There are subscribers and whatever all is all there. This is nothing me. It's all God that is doing something. Those who want to hear all this, God wants them to hear, they will come and do this. So I am no one. I'm just a medium here. Anyways, now here Ketu's in the first house of every aspect. That is your physical outlook, that is your wealth, that is your health, that is your longevity, that is your expression, that is your brain, that is ideas. Everything is ruled by Ketu during this time in the Lagna. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is an intense period for you. Now, if you see challenging aspects of Ketu here, physical exhaustion, like it, chronic low energy, especially if overextended, you will be tired all the time. Because Ketu says effort, no effort. I don't want to be anything. I don't want to do anything. Just lie on the bed and chill. That is what it is. Confusion about direction or self worth. You may feel invisible or overlooked if you are in that sense where you will say that, I was here, no one even gave me any kind of attention. This is all a teaching. You have to understand, guys, on a very larger level, this is all teaching. It teaching means that you're here in this life. People come and go. It is just a margat. Margat means it's just a cremation ground. This whole world. People come, live for a very short time. I don't think they live, they suffer and they go. Very few people live who take sannyas and who have lived everything. They are living because they have no attachment towards anything. So here, this is the time that low energy and sometimes very much confusion about your self-worth. You may feel invisible, like how Ketu cannot see anything. He has no head. You will also see no one is able to see me. That kind of feeling can come. And sometimes withdrawal from relationships and social presence, even when support is needed. You will not take any other person's support. So lot of things where you completely get detached. And if Ketu Mahadasha is going on, then I have no doubt that you are feeling this already, because Ketu entering into Purva Phalguni very close. It is just a retrograde motion is just entering 20 days, man. Not even 20, 15 days. That's how from day we are making the video. So it is a challenging period for all the Leo ascendant people, especially those who are very much, and Leo ascendant are the ascendant people who are very, like, they're like lions, right? Very careful about them being the king of the jungle. No one else can become. That's what happens. So here, somewhere, some kind of little bit of challenge in that area is coming. So careful. Suggestion: best is to do Ganesh Vandana. The longer you will do Ganesh Vandana, Ketu does not do anything. Like Om Gan Ganpate Nama is the best mantra during this time. All the best, guys. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. See you on the other side. And other side, for Virgo ascendant people, when we talk about Virgo, those who have just jumped on the timestamp, stop and go to the first beginning. Listen to the story of Ketu, Lord Bhaga, then what you say, Lord Shiva. Then you will understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise, this is just a prediction another astrologer will give. It's nothing. Like what? Everyone knows 12th house is isolation, 12th house is, your subconscious mind, your dream, your patterns, your spirituality. All this is very generic, right? Everyone knows this. But why these kind of effects Ketu will give you is important to know. That story will tell you. Now, those who are in any sannyasic activities, and I know they may not be watching our videos, right, Rohitji, because they are in sannyasa, they will not have phones. They highly spiritual people don't use all this phone and social media. For them also, those who know such people, you will see that it is an excellent time for them to achieve higher consciousness. In fact, those who are doing moksha related practices, pranic healing, they are doing kundalini awakening, those who are dream interpreters, those who are in meditation experts, those who are teachers, those who teach meditation, this is a very good, excellent time for them. Ketu is a planet that may put you into isolation, which may be good news for some other people, and that good news will be foreign travel, foreign settlement is possible during this time, because planets don't know the energy that, okay, I am having fun in US. They will say that there is, let him detach him, like put him away from his home place. So that is a possibility that those who are waiting for any kind of foreign settlement or specific foreign related uh, development, they will see a progress in their life. Now this is the time that those who are actively doing charity and doing lot of things related to, what you say, philanthropy, you will see a positive incoming blessings in your life. Also, it is potential to settle karmic debts and completely transform and start again. Like born again is what happens when Ketu enters into Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra. Born again to start your practices. Like say that, okay, this is the day I end everything past, no baggage from the past, and I start something new. And if you're going through Ketu Mahadashanta Dasha, then this is a very important time for you. Now, sometimes subconscious mind is too much occupied with thoughts, because Ketu can see, they are both, Rahu and Ketu are the both planets of illusion, right? Ketu can sometimes put illusion of material gains, and like later it is there, it is like it is coming and take it away from you. Rahu does what, Rahu gives everything first, and then when you're very comfortable, takes everything away. Ketu does not let you become comfortable at all. That's how it happens. Now here, because it's a 12th house of sleep and subconscious mind, sleep disturbance or mental anxiety due to subconscious clearing can happen, and your intuition level is going to go crazy up. Because Bhaga, if you see the story here, Rohitji, Bhaga, the lord of this nakshatra in the story, it has discussed, Lord Shiva, when came and after his penance, he gave him the third eye, that is the vision, the intuitive energy. That means something to see without your eyesight. That is the exactly kind of thing that can happen during this time. Those people who are too much into Mahadasha of some material planet like Venus, they may have a little bit of challenge. Or Venus or Jupiter, not Jupiter, Venus, mostly Venus and Mercury are the material dashas. In such cases, you will see you'll be prone to escapism, that you'll say, I want to escape, I cannot do this. Sometimes this kind of depression can create addiction also. I would suggest be addicted, why not? But be addicted to spiritual practices. That is going to help you more rather than addicted to substance. And sometimes disconnection from responsibilities. What are the responsibilities? Sometimes who's sick in your family, you say, I don't care now, let them do whatever they want, I will not take care of them. Or your parents are away from you, they're living in some different place, and you're not caring about them. So such kind of things can happen. One more thing, You have to remember, Bhaga is the deity of fortune, of luxury. This Ketu is a detachment. Many people may also come into a situation where they say, you know, I was listening to J.K. Rowling, a very good writer, Rohiji. She said, I had $200 in my account when something, I was the last, before that, I was not successful. And someone called and she said, I had to give that 200 also away. Like, absolutely the last drop which I was supposed to survive on, I gave that away also. This is that exactly time, that financial drain through hidden losses, sometimes unnecessary donations or carelessness can happen, and that can create, like, trigger a lot of mental trouble for you once you come back to your senses. So take calculative risk. Don't go overboard during this time. That is what my suggestion is. Okay, guys, all the best. Have a great time. I know it is a little bit of challenging, but life is challenging. I tell me one person. I have the accounts of billionaires also. And they are my clients. They are also in trouble. So the happiest person I met is one person. He is based in California. He made a company. He sold it for 20 million. He said, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I do spiritual practices. I do yoga, meditation. I have enough money in my life. I don't want even 1% more. This is also what I have is too much. 20 million is a very big amount. He said, I have no family. I have no kids. One day, once I'm dying, till the time I can use this money, I will use it, and then I will give it to charity and die. There are such, this is the most happiest person I've met. He said, I'm not here to ask anything. I just want to know about my health. What is the health pattern? I gave him the insights. See, Rohiji, there are such kind of people also. And other people are always struggling. It's okay. Everyone has desires to fulfill, but sometimes we cannot ignore spiritual. Ignorance is the most difficult thing. If someone is suffering in front of you and you're enjoying, that's not great. Or someone is suffering because of your greed, that is what is karma. That will come back to you. So all the best. Have a great time. There is link in the description for readings, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. If you're even watching a second, third, fourth, and you're not subscribed, then Ketu is coming to the 12th. You will subscribe then. Bye. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology, 7 weeks of classes, and link is in the bio. So all the people can align to it and we can learn astrology together. Thank you. Moving to Libra ascendant, one of the most luxurious ascendant in the world, the fortunate ascendant in the world, Libra ascendant. Here, the Lord of Fortune, that is Bhaga, is where Ketu is going to be entering. That is in Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra from July of 20th till March of 28 of 2026. Now, see, every planet, every transit comes with Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. That means good, bad, and ugly. Okay, like challenges also are there, happiness is also there. Sometimes only things are only preserved. So this is what how we have to uh, target things or look at things. We cannot be only over optimistic. Now here, this is the 11th house, and 11th house is the house where which we talk about your friends, your family, your social circle, your elder siblings, sometimes your gains, your goals, and stuff like that. Now sometimes in this situation, when Ketu enters into the nakshatra of Bhaga, now those who have come to the timestamps directly and they have not seen what I've discussed in the previous stories of the Bhaga and Lord Bhaga and Ketu, you will not understand exactly what happens and why it is happening. If this is such a big nakshatra of fortune, of happiness, of positivity, of gains, of luxury, why Ketu will come and create a little bit of challenges here? Now, sometimes the challenges are for your benefit only. Number one, you will have a sharp decline, we can say, in choosing quality over quantity in friendships. You will say that, you know what, these 10 people I'm with, they're of no use. They always demotivate, or whenever I'm with them, there's some addiction or some kind of bad things that are going around. Now, this is the time to choose the right friends, and Ketu will detach you from unnecessary commitments. Those who are in any kind of spiritual practice like yoga, meditation, anything that has to do with healthcare also, they may see that a lot of gains are possible through spiritual networks, retreats, online service work. Those who are in teaching, teachers, those who are motivators, those who are what do you say, anything to do with research also, research people will get a lot of gains during this time. That is a positive for those people. Those who are in any kind of technology related stuff, just IT, like IT and all this engineering, software engineering, computer science. Rahu being in the fifth house also favors a very lot. Though those who are in getting into from that place, they get transiting into AI and all, they will also see a great growth during this time, because you know these are the areas where a lot of dedication, lot of hard work, lot of analytics, lot of sacrifices required. So you will see, you will gain from that places. Here it also inspires a lot of visionary goals aligned with soul purpose rather than popularity. Like, you don't want to now achieve popularity, you want to be hidden. Ketu is always hidden. Hidden donations, hidden charity, hidden agenda, that you find out that this person is suffering, silently you help them in some cases. This is how powerful this placement of Ketu in the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni happens. Now sometimes, because of the negative or the challenging effects of Ketu, because the inherent nature of Ketu is detachment, is sacrifice, is away, is silence, is introvertness. This is a time that isolation from social life or break with important networks can create a little bit of imbalance in your life. You may feel suddenly very alone. But it is important, because at the top there are no friends. Remember, this is the only thing that you are. If you just get this point, that if you want to go to the top, there will be no one with you. You will be on the top. That's why you're on the top. There are no friends, and this is that time that Ketu can make you fulfill that kind of a dream. Sometimes unfulfilled desires may lead to a lot of you know some, how do I express it in this way? It is going to be, it is delusional that, okay, it's not supposed to happen. Like, you may finally give up on a lot of your desires or goals also, that, oh, I had this goal of losing weight, I had this goal of earning money, I have this goal buying this, that. You will give up on that. uh, I suggest not to give up. Try, just patience and wait, and you can maybe go slowly on it. But the energy of Ketu is that powerful that it may help you from, you know it may do some kind of problems like that. In many cases, those people who are very close to their elder siblings, or sometimes very close to the friends, like brothers and sisters who are there for a very long time, there may be a possibility, and you must have seen this in the past few days, that there has been a lot of detachment that is coming in the area related to your social circle. While before the Ketu and Rahu transit, it must be opposite. You must be in parties, in events, in social circle and whatnot. Now here you may be feeling that I don't want to go anywhere. That kind of feeling is what happening for Libra ascendant people. So very careful, especially in the friendship area, and very careful when it comes to commitment in social life, because in this time you're not in the right frame. Or if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then again very vigilant and careful when it comes to investment with your social peers. Okay, guys, all the best, guys. Have a great, wonderful transit. But Ketu transit can give you a lot of happiness, power, only and only once you start sacrificing, start not expecting anything. The least you expect, the more you will get in Ketu transit, or Ketu Mahadasha, or Ketu Antardasha. And as Rahu is an extrovert planet, there Rahu says, go to the temple, take a broom, and start, wiping the floor. Ketu says, go to the temple, go to the one of the most corner place, sit there, close your eyes and meditate. That is what Ketu says. And this is that learning for you, which you are supposed to do in your social circle. Close your eyes and watch and listen and meditate and try to understand your intuition for people around you. Exactly, this is the time that it will manifest. Take care. Scorpio ascendant people. Now, Rohiji, for Scorpio ascendant people, those who are already going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, they must have seen that little bit of ups and downs, upheaval in the area related to their workplace, occupation, sometimes career, sometimes job losses, sometimes troubles in those areas. But now Ketu is entering into the 10th house, like into the in the 10th house, into the sign of Purva Phalguni, the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni, ruled by Venus, and the deity of this nakshatra is Lord Bhaga. Now, when we go to nakshatras, Rohiji, more than the ruler of the nakshatra, the deity that represents that nakshatra is the qualities of that deity comes into that nakshatra, not the ruler. Venus is related to luxury and this, that, whatnot, but Bhaga is related to happiness, pleasant happiness, material gains, blessings, and whatnot. Sometimes those people who are in superficial careers, they are in career which they are not even happy, not even like completely they want to do it, that they are doing it just for the sake of salary. You may get, there may be a lot of detachment that can come, and sometimes you will not align with it. Maybe mass resignations of Scorpio ascendant people may come around the world. People may say, though, I don't want to work here, I don't want to work here to work here. Somewhere, when till the time you're spiritually not satisfied during this time, you will not be able to conclude great performance at work. But those who are in any kind of hidden roles, like those who are researchers, those who are in any occult sciences, those who are in finance, like finance, what you say, like secret finances, those who know that, okay, valuation, like value, those who people who do valuation and stuff like that, those people who are in spiritual business, like teaching, like medical, medicine, healthcare, that time it's going to favor your career like crazy. Research, data analytics, data engineering, those who are in any research based things, hidden items, that okay, like for example, just imagine that you're driving on the road. I just figured out a few days ago, because I met a client of Calgary. He is the one who manages the road signals. He said, our job is so hidden, no one knows about it. I said, yes, what do you do? He said, if you go to the signal, like if you go to the red light, there is a camera on top of it. For you, everyone thinks that is a camera of speeding. No, that is not a camera of speeding. It is a camera which says that, okay, the 4 lanes are here, and if someone is waiting and their signal is supposed to come 3 minutes later, and there is no traffic, we are the one that open it. So this is secret work. Those who are in forensic work, those who are in medical research, those who are doing pathological work, everyone is doing hidden work, something that are trying to find hidden things. They will have a lot of great news in their career. Sometimes long time you have been driven into this ego driven career, accomplishment or competitions. I will be better than this person, that not what not. This will all subdue during this time. You will say, I don't care, let other people take hierarchy, does not matter. But remember one thing, that is what now people don't remember. If you are going through this kind of a Ketu period, some other person or your peer or your boss or your colleague or someone who's creating enmity with you is also going through this kind of a Ketu in Purva Phalghuni in some different area of his life. So it is always, everyone is going through that same kind of pattern, because all the planets are transiting for the universe. It's not religion based, right? If you're this religion, this is going to transit here. If you're with this religion, it is like sun and moon. It is for everyone. We have differentiated it. Same way, Ketu also is transiting for everyone in this world. So in every aspect of their life, they will have changes, and you will have changes here. Maybe they will have changes of completely getting detached from communication, and you will have completely detached from competition. So some things like that can happen. So let's see how it happens. And those people who are always comparing, like I talk to people, and there are majority, there is a sentence that comes that other people who are my age and who are my, I have done much better than them, but they are in a very good place. That comparison also, you will start saying that I don't want to compare myself to other people. Now these are the some good aspects of Ketu in this 10th house. But when it comes to a little bit of challenging, now here lack of clarity or progress in career path may cause anxiety. It can create fear. Ketu is also planet of fear. Subconscious level pe, there can be fear. Bosses or authorities may appear unsupportive or sometimes very distant. Those people who are in power, you may not, neither you may want to go to them, neither they will give any interest in you. That is the kind of, okay, both ways it will be. Recognition may not come despite hard work, leading to detachment or apathy. You will say that, okay, I did so much, this project I completed, it was all my hard work, but no one is interested in giving you any recognition for it. That is where you will have a little bit of pain in your heart, that, oh, I did so much. But this is what is teaching. You did so much in this world and you die. What is the purpose of life? So nothing, right? The only important thing is the moment you are into right now. Only the problem with us is that we are always scared about what next, like tomorrow what happens, or maybe in 10 years I will have this Ferrari, I will have this, that is all superficial. What is now? Now, am I taking action or no? Everything depends on that, and that is what is exactly required for Scorpio ascendant people and those who are going through Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha. They will see maximum effect of this transit into Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. Don't resign without any proper job. In In what you say, in mind you say, oh, I will do this, that, but it can give challenges, so don't do that. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for readings, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. All the best, guys. Have a great, wonderful transit, and be absolutely devoted towards Lord Ganesha. Sagittarius ascendant, Rohitji. Now, when we talk about Sagittarius, now Ketu is transiting into Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra. This nakshatra falls in the sign of Leo in the ninth house for Sagittarius ascendant people. From 20th of July 2025 till March of 2026, Ketu will transit here. And this is the nakshatra of Venus, ruled by the planet Venus and the deity Bhaga. Bhaga converts into Bhagya, that means your destiny. Now, here when you see, there are some positive and some challenging. Positive is because of Bhaga, that means it is the plan, it is the deity that gives you some good things. But because Ketu is going to be here, so Ketu will take qualities of Bhaga. Those who have just clicked on the timestamp and come here, go to the beginning of the video and see the story of Bhaga, how he got blind, then how Ketu and they met, one headless, one blind, like both are, physically they are challenged, and how, what kind of, like, even we say that, oh, why God this, it was just imagine God, Bhaga, has no eyes. Shukracharya, God, his eyes went away. Lord Vamana Avatar did that to him. So we think that we only bad things happen to us, but God also, their karmic pattern, no one can escape. Sorry to say this, but Rohitji, one thing I want to say, that everyone talks about moksha, moksha, moksha. I realized that I don't want moksha. Something God has created for just think about it. God has created such a beautiful world. Okay, one fish gives birth to like thousands of fishes. Human sperm has like millions of eggs into it, and other than humans, mammals, look at mammals, they're giving birth to eight kid, like kittens, or we can say dogs at a time. That means God has a plan to populate this earth, not to let people go away from this earth. So I think somehow we are, the moksha that we want to achieve is from ego and materialism and move towards humility. That is what actually moksha means. I don't think so getting out of this birth is then moksha. I feel that it is more related to, Rohitji, coming back again, but with proper subconscious, what you say, a very beautiful subconscious level of mind. That's what I feel is important. So I think birth is very important, rebirth is very important. Anyways, personal thought. Now here we can focus during this time when Ketu is in the ninth house, focus on true spiritual inquiry. That means past life wisdom or reconnection with old gurus. This is a time to you connect back with your old gurus or peers or someone who guided you and their guidance actually worked out for you. So this is that time to revisit that kind of places. Also, very important, the ninth house is the house of higher education. It is ideal time for studying of scriptures, retreats, and silent contemplation. One important thing, Ketu here can become aggressive also when it comes to fighting between religions. Oh, your religion is this, my religion is this. So this is what exactly happens during this time. So it's an ideal time for fighting also. So it is better to be silent and believe in your ideology and don't disrespect other person's ideology. That is what I suggest. And it sometimes it also encourages a lot of philosophical independence from rigid doctrines, that okay, you know what, this is written. One beautiful story by Mr. Rajneesh Oshoji, Acharya Rajneesh Oshoji. He says that there was this Jain sadhavis and Jain spiritual gurus who came to him to visit, and it is they what they do, they do not wear any sandals, they do not wear anything, they always go barefoot. But because they go barefoot, they have lot of what you say lot of what you say wounds in their legs, because they are walking barefoot all day. Sometimes the thorn goes in, sometimes the glass goes in, sometimes, so all problem they have. So he said that they came to me and they were wearing this big piece of cloth on the leg. So he said that, why are you wearing a big piece of cloth when you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be wearing this cloth? Then why not wear a sandal made out of the cloth? He said, they said that in our shastra, in our holy book, it is not written. So Osho said, "Give me your holy book. I will write it." Holy book are written by, written by what you say, humans only. God has not written it. God has narrated, or some place they say God has narrated. It is written by people only. I will change it. They say no, this is penance. So he say you are creation of God, and you are trying to suffer for what reason? Do you think this will bring you towards closer towards spirituality? Never ever. So sometimes these kind of rigid doctrines is where we need to understand what is pure logic and what is fanatism. I'm not saying that it is a very big penance. They walk barefoot everywhere. That is a very big sacrifice they do related to completely, surrender everything. But then why wear any other thing also on the leg? That's what his point was. I don't have any what you say, any ideology behind it, but I'm saying this is what a philosopher is saying. So such kind of things were rigid. No, 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 no. Saturday we will not eat non-veg. Why? Because Tuesday the life of the hen is not precious at all. How the hell that Saturday eating no non-veg will make any difference? So that kind of rigid doctor. This is the time to transform from such things. And Ketu in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra will bring you into situations where you will come across changing. Now, some kind of challenging aspects are loss of interest in formal religion or spiritual burnout can happen. So you will not be, there can be, even Ketu being the planet of spirituality may take you away from all the religious practices and put you more towards spiritual practices. Religious practices are absolutely blind practices. Spiritual practices are real practices. Exactly. Sometimes possible conflicts or distance from father or father like figures, there can be possibility that they may not like what you're doing, you may not like what they are doing, and there can be challenges because they will also have Ketu in some kind of placement. If they have Ketu in the fifth house and that is happening, then there is going to be challenge. There's going to be like war like situation between you guys, that there will be completely difference of opinion between you, your fathers, even gurus, your teachers. Foreign travel may feel burdensome or lack satisfaction. That is also one point which I have written, and Ketu will do this because this is the ninth house of pilgrimage. I'm telling you, whenever you want to do travel from 20th of July till March of 2026 in any foreign place, please include a place of spiritual importance in your itinerary. What is the place of spiritual importance? Some kind of NGOs where people are doing volunteering work, some kind of place where they are taking care of, literacy. That means they are trying to get into, what do we say, teaching, education, knowledge kind of stuff. Then in some cases it will also be something that has to do with old age homes, old age people, old age, there you can go and do service. That are the places of spiritual importance. But yeah, this is overall how Ketu is going to be affecting in the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni, where the nakshatra lord promises fortune, happiness, whatnot, but Ketu promises detachment, challenges, and it is a that's why Ketu has been ranked malefic by Parasharaji. And otherwise, it has the qualities of such sattvic, but the method is little bit of difficult of Ketu. It completely creates complete silence around you. All the best, guys. Have a great transit, and looking for readings. Link is in the description below. 30th of August onwards, we are doing new and live astrology classes, advanced astrology. For that, also link is in the bio. Talk to Samantha on the WhatsApp and she will guide you how to move forward. Ketu transits in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. Now, when Ketu transits into Purva Phalguni Nakshatra for Capricorn ascendant, is the 8th house of major transformation. Now, look at the 8th house. Now, the positive aspects of this, and those who have come to this timestamp, please go ahead back in the beginning and learn the story of Ketu and Bhaga and Lord Shiva and Bhaga. Then you will understand what exactly I am talking and why this kind of things happen. Here, strong time for all the people who are in research, occult sciences, astrology, healing work, Reiki, past life regression, subconscious patterns, psychologists, counselors, spiritual motivators, like such a beautiful research, medical research, any kind of people who work in long-term facilities like senior homes. Very, very beautiful time for you guys. because it opens an intuitive access to hidden knowledge and ancestral karma. This Ketu in this place, if you by chance have Ketu in this place already, you will see that there is lot of power that really comes from your, visions, intuitions. That is what happens for these people. And by chance, if Ketu is in Magha Nakshatra here, then the only profession that you should choose is astrology. There is no other profession. Or you should choose being a pandit, like being someone who does karma kanda. That means someone who does rituals for you, for other people, because they have the power to go to the Pitra Lok and come back. Such people who have Magha Ketu here. Here, sometimes detachment from fear or death or transformation leads to personal growth. You feel that, okay, you know what, I'm not well, this is wrong, I don't care now. Whatever happens, happens. I will live my life to the fullest. That is what kind of energy that is coming for you, Ketu, in the eighth house. Now, here, there are few challenges also that we may face. And these challenges are because Ketu is a malefic planet. In Upchaya house, the challenges are less as compared to other people, other ascendants. Here, emotionally, you'll be very volatile, and intense mood swings or paranoia also. Oh, something is wrong with me, something is happening to me, I'm going to do this, that, some kind of dreamy visions or some kind of sleep pattern challenges related to getting fear in your mind can come. In many cases, if you're not going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, then there is no challenge. But if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, even Pratyantardasha, Sukshma or Prana also comes. For that period of time, you will have paranoia feeling. That is one thing here. Sometimes some people can also get, those people who are very prone to getting, epilepsy or fits. This is the time that may increase. Sorry for this, but this is how it is. Disconnection in intimacy or sexual confusion in relationships can happen. You may be completely detached from your partner during this time. This is the time that Capricorn people are going hidden. They are going to go under the rock, not above the rock. They are going to go under the rock and do hibernation is the point if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha. Sudden losses or secrets being revealed that shake personal trust is going to happen, and that can create again sorrow in your heart. And it can be always related to partner, because eighth house is the house that we see, seventh house is the house of partner, eighth house is gains from partner, Rohitji. So here sometimes we hear something wrong about partner from partner, and we may get completely demotivated. But lot of secrets will come on surface when Ketu goes into Purva Phalghuni Nakshatra. Now, here one more thing. This is the nakshatra which talks about intimacy. This is the nakshatra that gives intimate power. In such situations, Capricorn people may lack or may want to withdraw from such things during this transit. So, depending on your Mahadasha Antardasha, this will manifest. If Ketu is active, then you are going to be facing all the things that I'm saying. If not, then partially whenever Ketu is active, you will face for a very short period of time. All the best, guys. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal readings, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. And there is a course which I told 30th of August onwards that you can join. All the best. Aquarius rising and Aquarius ascendant people. Now, Ketu is transiting to the seventh house of Ketu is transiting in the seventh house to a nakshatra called Purva Phalguni. This is in Leo and ruled by Venus, and the deity for this is Bhaga. Now, those who have come on the timestamp directly clicking that I want to see my thing only, you will not understand this video unless and until you see the beginning and understand the story. When we talk about Ketu, it is a very positive planet when it comes to detachment and spirituality. When it comes to relationship, it is not that great. Now, here it is the seventh house, and this nakshatra is all about intimacy, all about relationship, all about collaborations, all about contracts, all about happiness from marriage, love, romance, everything like that. Even uh, even we can say it is all about what do you say, material gains through partnership. Now, this seventh house is the house of your business partnership, your spouse, your status also. 10th from the 10th. This is the 10th from the 10th. This is house of status also. Now, here you will see that deep soul connections may emerge with spiritually mature partners. That means those who are looking for a partner, they will find their partner who are spiritually very mature. So that is good news for people. Lessons around unconditional love and non-attachment in marriage is going to be coming. You will see that, okay, I cannot restrict other person. This is the time that you will be open. Like, open means absolutely unconditional. Whatever you do, Finally, love is there in our relationship. That is how powerful this time is. On terms of other things, you may attract karmic partners for healing or closure. You may find that people who are coming in your life are coming from a very karmic pattern. That you may say, oh my God, his karmas and my karmas are absolutely so on the right path right now. And that will be a very healing kind of a situation. And sometimes such people, even in this situation, there, if you're in the right age, you find your soulmate. This is exactly that kind of a transit. But when it comes to, if your Ketu is not favorably placed in your chart, or it is very challenged, or you're going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, or Ketu and Sun Antardasha Mahadasha, then relationship fatigue, sometimes over relationship, overwhelming relationship, emotional detachment, or even breakups of partnerships, like long-term partnership that is going on, which has no spiritual meaning, no outcome. You may break that up. That is the kind of transit this is. When we see about feeling unseen, appreciated, or misunderstood in marriage, in partnership, in relationship, in people around, you may see that I have done so much for this but nothing I'm getting in return. That kind of feeling can come, and that may make you more detached in that area of life. On the other hand, very careful when it comes to legal or contractual confusions, because this is 10th from the 10th. This is the house of signing of a contract. This is the house where we sign a contract, and this time, in legal or contractual, there can be confusion, and you have to be very careful whenever you're doing any kind of paperwork. Either it is marriage certificate, either it is your any taking a job offer, doing getting into business partnership. You have to be extremely careful. This is the little bit of, we can say, downside of Ketu in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. Sometimes if lot of big luxury wise something was supposed to come to you, it may delay during this time, because Ketu says, okay, let me delay and let's see how this person reacts. So you may be very aggressive when it comes to partnership, and you may, so see, remember, you are going through Ketu in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, your partner or your relationship or wherever, they are also going through Ketu in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. So some aspect of their life will also get disturbed. So in that cases, you have to understand that it is not one-sided, it is both-sided, and energies work that way only. Now AI came for the whole world, right? Not for one region. Because it was supposed to be an invention. Electricity came, it came for the whole world, not for one region. So same way, planets also transit, it transits for every individual, even animals, even birds, even everyone in this world get affected from transits. And the main factor is your Mahadasha. The calculation of Mahadasha according to the moon's nakshatra is what tells that, okay, which period is going on and how severe you are going to get afflicted or not afflicted. Because that is the time in that area of life, the planet gets mature for you. All the best, guys. Have a great transit. There is a link in the description for readings. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe and share if you want to help other persons. All the best. For Pisces ascendant people, Ketu is transiting into Purva Phalguni Nakshatra in the 6th house of health, of daily work and routine, of service, and even workplace. Now here, this is a sign we say 6th house is the house of enemies, of debt. Now, when Ketu, like planet like Ketu, Rahu, or Saturn, all the Papa Grahas come to the 6th, 8th, and the 12th house, they become benefic. They are not bad. But because the aspect of Ketu is the functional nature of Ketu is malefic only, it will try to give you some trouble or the other. That is the inherent nature of Ketu. Here, the powerful thing that is happening, the positive thing that is happening is number one time is the powerful time to dissolve karmic enemies and conquer internal vices through self-discipline. You have to make sure that now you give up, or it is also time you surrender and forgive your enemies also. That, okay, you have done wrong to me, God will take care of it. That is how powerful this time is, to let go of things. Helping for spiritual healing or physical ailments is also possible. Those who are very, very troublesome diseases, Ketu in this nakshatra can find hidden things. One more thing, remember. Now, this, like those who have come to the timestamp and they've just come here to watch their prediction, right? This is how generally people watch the video. In the beginning, there's a 15-minute of section where we are talking about the story of Bhaga, of Ketu, of Lord Shiva, of Ma Sati, what happened, how Bhaga got the Bhaga. Who's Bhaga? Bhaga is the lord of this nakshatra, the deity of this nakshatra. He got blind, how things happened, everything is written there, or everything you can hear me saying. That will give you more insight about why all these things are happening. So I'm not going into detail. This is more evolved. This is the final result that you can see. Sometimes possible relief from legal or debt related burdens through quiet diplomacy. Be quiet, work secretly behind the scenes. Things will be very good. If you're loud during this time, things will not be working in your favor. Even if you're getting any kind of debt, applying for any debt, any loan, buying any property, any house, or getting into any kind of settling your debt, don't scream and tell people, oh, I am buying a house. My debt is, I applied to the bank, it is getting approved. It will all go into waste. Nothing will happen. Now, some people who are going through Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha or even Ketu Sun Mahadasha or Ketu Saturn Mahadasha, they may feel some challenge here because health problems may feel mysterious or hard to diagnose. Some new health problems may come, which is always Ketu will and Rahu will give you mysterious diseases. And for that, you may have to visit hospitals. Sometimes these problems can be in the genitals area also because Bhaga is ruled to the sexual pleasure also. So sometimes it happens that it can be related to your genitals. That means something to do with UTI. Suddenly it is coming from nowhere. Some problems related to your, sometimes for the male sexual organs, problems can happen. So that is the area we have to be careful. When we talk about here, lack of motivation for routine or service related tasks, whenever it will come about philanthropy service, you will see, oh, I don't want to do it. But in fact, this is what you have to overcome. You have to overcome these challenges and do it so that Ketu gives you more better results in this house. And in another cases, invisible opposition or workplace confusion can slow progress. You will see that how you are also silent. Other people have also Ketu transiting into Purva Phalghuni. They will also become silent and they will also work silently against you. So this time, intuition is what you should listen to. Everything you should be very attentive that what is going around you, what kind of work is going. And those who are in Ketu Mahadasha Antardasha, absolute important time. Absolute one important means very important time for you guys. Overall, this is a mixed transit. Good for people who are on the path and who have realized that okay, material everything is there, but spiritually we want to be evolved. And good for the time people who are in healthcare, service industry, any sector related to research, anything that has to do with what you say, those who are in debt department. There's those who are doing debts, those who are doing finance, those who are doing even something that is related to yoga, meditation, healthcare. Very very beautiful time for you guys. All the best. Rohiji, have a great time, you too. And thank you. 30th of August onwards, we start the new Astrology Advanced course. And thank you so much for your patience, Rohiji. I know it's 1 hour, 22 minutes. It's a long time for being so patient. Thank you.
Thank you, Akashji. Thank you for the story. Thank you for predictions, and thank you for giving hope for this video because there is a negative everything around regarding this video in internet. But you have so many perspectives that you boost us with more positive things also and challenges you also got. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll meet you in some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram.
And
Jai
Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi,
Ram.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Guru.